Live! 3 people. Got it. Hello, Z. Are we live?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Should just turn that down.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise that's going to be horrendous for everyone.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Hello, everybody. Happy cozy reading night. Blanket. It's actually a bit chilly here as well, so I'm sort of pleased. I've got a little jumper on. Hi, Tom Reed sings. Hi, Victoria. You can say hi to the next person.
Hi, Sandra.
Lisa G.
Kemi.
Cheryl. Happy cozy reading night, everybody. Are you all having a lovely, lovely cozy reading night? Tell you what, the first hour of this cozy reading night has not been the normal cozy reading chill night that we normally have.
It's been alright for me.
We tried to yeah, true. I tried to squeeze a bath in before cozy reading night happened, and all the time I was in the bath, it was lovely and chill. But then I had to make a 40-minute long dinner, and Hello Fresh, who I've previously been absolutely up for. They haven't sent us all of our bloody ingredients, so I had to make our own stuff. And also they didn't send us the recipe cards, which means I have to follow it on my phone, and it is awkward. It's awkward to follow it on the phone. So then we sat down, I read a little bit. I still didn't finish my book. I was hoping, got my books here. I was hoping to finish this before we started, and guess how much I've got left to finish?
8 pages.
No, not even that. This and that. This is the acknowledgements.
Read it out and spoil the ending for everyone.
So I will have this finished by the end of this evening. I just didn't have it finished by now, and I thought I would do. Someone's in the garden. How lovely! And then the last hour I was going to dedicate to this. Which I've got about 150 pages of that left. David, what have you been up to for the first hour?
I've been listening to Nevermore on my mobile device.
I asked him how he's getting on. He says too early to tell.
Which Lauren said that means that I don't like it. It's all right so far, but
I will say of Nevermore, I think of the whole book, the first 2 chapters are the weakest chapters.
Yeah. Well, I like the fact that Morrigan is living how we're all living, where nobody wants to go near her.
True,
which is how we're all living at the minute. And then after this, I'm going to be carrying on my journey with the fabulous Finn. Finn.
He loves a non-fiction book about animals. Don't you?
Yeah, I've got a list as long as my arms put together.
As long as his elbows. Oh, do you know what? Oh, I have got a pen. Oh, I thought I was going to have to get up. Right, we've got a few people saying stuff. Will this be available to watch later? I have a virtual hen party now. FOMO is real. Yeah, I'm going to keep this on my channel, so this will be available to watch later. Now, the plan is that this is going to be a sort of hour chat about cozy reading things. That's why I do feel quite cozy, do you?
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit hot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, David's internal thermometer is not the best. It runs either absolutely freezing or, oh God, I'm so hot. True, not true? True. He's trying to get it hot. So this is going to be about an hour long, we think, chatting. Got some questions to answer. Vanessa, hi Vanessa, I'm sitting here with some Prosecco and about to get into the remainder of the day. Got done with a short story and 2 short story non-collections.
Drinking, alcohol and reading.
Hi,
I just don't know
hi from Denmark, got popcorn and wine, lovely. So we're going to have a little chat. We've got some questions that people asked us on Instagram.
Oh, you've not run these by me.
No, I haven't. I'm going to go, we might go rogue. And then, if it's all going all right, and also if my phone still doesn't require battery, we might do a little... How would you feel about doing a bit of reading while we're still live?
I mean, I could do that. I don't know how exciting that's going to be for everyone.
How exciting would that be for everyone? Honestly. I think we also might be on a bit of a time delay.
It's not that much.
I'd love to read along with you guys, says Vanessa. Great, says Teresa. Jem Lou says yes. Louise says this is so cozy. Okay, well then maybe if my phone has not run out of battery by that point, we will do that. So that will be quite exciting. Now, I'm not going to start with any of the questions until 8 o'clock because I did say that the live show would be between 8 and 9. So if anyone's got any questions they want to ask us or we'll answer later on, chip them in now. And I'll write them down in the old-fashioned way of scribing it. Hi everyone, I'm reading Harry Potter 7 for my final university essay, which is mainly on the problematic features of the epilogue. Ha ha. I love your channel, Lauren. So cozy. Thank you. Jamie says, hello, congrats on the 5K, Lauren. Thank you very much. That is a reference to the 5K that I ran earlier this week. So I've been doing a running program which is called Couch to 5K. It's an app available in the UK. I think it's available everywhere. I know it's available everywhere because I follow someone who's doing it in Australia. And you build up your running so that you start by running like 1 minute and walking 90 seconds, running 1 minute and walking 90 seconds. And every week you build up more and more and more and more and more. And then all of a sudden you can run for...
Ever.
Well, 30 minutes I ran for earlier this week. And I'm just feeling proud of me about it. Also, I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at the beginning of this year. And I got told that I'd never get down to non-diabetic, but there's a chance I could get down to pre-diabetic. I'm non-diabetic. I did it. But let me tell you, lockdown is not the place to be non-diabetic on the brink of pre-diabetic, because we've been eating a lot, haven't we, David?
Yeah.
We've been moving less.
Yeah.
I don't
know. I might be moving.
So I'm still very thrilled with myself, but I need to keep the running up. Right, let's have a look. Vanessa knows someone in Australia to do it. Once you get into the stride of running, you wonder how you used to struggle. It's so rewarding. Absolutely. I couldn't find the exact one you have, but I found one I'm going to start. Congratulations on reversing the diabetes. So proud of you. Mwah. It's been lovely watching your running journey. That's awesome. Well done, Lauren. Oh my God, that's amazing. Amazing. Well done. Oh, you're so good to me, all of you. What my next plans are, before we get... A few people had asked about Couch to 5K anyway. Sorry, David, you'll just have to sit there being pretty and burping under your breath like you just did then.
Well, I'm drinking soda pop.
So what my next plan is what I really like about Couch to 5K is that you can listen to your own music whilst you're doing it. And I've also downloaded an app called Runkeeper. I mean, I think everyone in the world knows about Runkeeper. And that you can listen to music and it will tell you how long you've run. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is I think I'm going to run for 2K, walk for a K, run for 2K, walk for a K, and then see if I can build that up to running for 3K. I know I can do it. So, and then run for 3K, walk for a K, run for 3K. So I'm just going to gradually build it up and go on my own sort of like, I don't know what I'd call that, Lauren and the books to running Ks. Maybe I should have read my own app. What do you think?
Yeah, go for it.
Has it got a thing?
Yeah.
Right, hello, we're so proud to see you do your 5K. Has inspired me, an unfit smoker, to maybe try it. Go try it. Wow, that's really great. Well done, greetings from Brazil. Hi.
Wow.
Runkeeper's fab, especially all the motivational voices. I don't like how breathing feels when running. I could slowly work up to a jog. I walk a lot.
I walk a
Hi,
lot.
I'm Amy Jones and Ryan's niece. Hope you're both okay at this time. Well, hi, Emily. We're watching a film with Amy and Ryan tomorrow. Something we've been doing in lockdown. Me, David, my friends Ryan and Amy. Amy's niece is in the chat now. And Alex and Kate, we've been taking it in turns on a Saturday night to pick a film. And we watch it all together and we chat about it on WhatsApp. To begin with, we just did films, didn't we?
We just did whatever we want.
And we rate it out of 5. And Amy's film won. What film was it? Mystic Pizza. Amy's film won over the whole 6 weeks of films. So she got to pick the next genre and she picked 80s films. Mm-hmm. And we're now watching 80s films. And last week we watched David's choice, which was Still Magnolias. And this week it's my friend Kate's choice and she hasn't picked yet. Normally we know by Thursday.
Stuck between two. It's honestly one of the highlights of my week.
I really, really enjoy it. I actually really look forward to it. And also because it's films that I've always, a lot of the time, like Labyrinth, she says, wearing her David Bowie jumper, a lot of the time it's films that I've absolutely meant to watch after all these years and haven't, and then we've got a good opportunity to watch
Apparently there's strong rumours that they're making another one.
Another Labyrinth?
Yeah. But nobody wants to because obviously Bowie is dead. So.
What? I know he's dead. Right, okay, so we're still not at 8 o'clock. We are at 8 o'clock now! Hurrah! Welcome to 8 o'clock. So this is the middle hour of Cosy Reading Night. Let me have a bit of this drink. Very, very nice. There's a show on Netflix which is like Still Magnolias. We saw that, didn't we?
We did, like...
What?
I can't even remember the name. It was very much like Still Magnolias.
I think it's called something Magnolias, isn't it?
Is it like Happy Magnolias or something?
This jumper is from Joni Clothing, where I get most of my clothes. This is from Joni Clothing. It's a lovely jumper, isn't it? I did wear it on the night that we watched Labyrinth as well.
You did. And
then straight away I was like, Googling t-shirts that say the Babe with the Power, Babe with the Power t-shirt, Babe with the Power.
Well, last week's episode of Glow Up, some guy done some David Bowie.
Oh yeah, we've been watching Glow Up as well. If you're in the UK, on BBC iPlayer, there's a programme called Glow Up, which is a it's one of these sort of like creative type of bake-off shows that every week they get given a challenge, etc. And it's all to do with makeup, and the makeup is just unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
And last week 2 people did David Bowie makeup. You had to do like your icon, and one of them was
amazing.
It was unbelievable, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like across this guy's face. It was very clever.
Right, let's have a look at these two more quick thingies. Then we'll talk through some of these questions. Right. Huge congrats on reversing the diabetes. That's a wonderful achievement. Wow. Can't do it myself. It's been a type 1 since childhood, but so proud of others. Also been impressed by your Couch to 5K. Thank you so much. So yeah, I was type 2 diabetic, able to reverse that. Zoe, hi Lauren, you are famous in my house. Whenever my son hears your voice, he says, "Oh, you listening to Lauren again? You love that woman." I love you, Zoe. Thank you. Hi from Berlin. Hi Lauren and David. Happy cozy reading night. I'm tucked up with Robert McFarlane's The Wild Places. Lovely. Question for later. Are you doing any more movie challenges, David?
I am.
Don't answer that now. Answer that later.
I will answer that later.
Yeah, thank you. Right, okay. Hello. I'm unfortunately not reading because I'm finishing my dissertation. You're allowed. Right, let's start with some of these questions. Okay, so the first question is, how are we coping in lockdown together? What do you do when you want time apart?
Well, the only time, luckily, because you work at home one week and then you work in the office the following week, don't you? So that's a little bit of time apart.
We do get a bit of time apart there.
But I don't necessarily like spending time apart.
No.
But when we do, it's kind of in each other's company. So Saturday mornings is our chore morning.
Yeah.
So we spend like 2-3 hours cleaning the house, and we've split it up. Like, so we half the house and then we swap it around each week. And basically we just put our headphones on and we just get on with it. And Lauren will listen to an audio book.
Yeah.
And I'll listen to some popping tunes.
And actually, it's quite nice.
Therapeutic.
Yeah, it's quite therapeutic. It's nice to be busy and to be active and have like sort of chores to do. I know it sounds so boring, and this is literally, if 10 years ago me, and I imagine 10 years ago you, if you heard yourself saying this, you'd be like, "You boring bastard.
I should be down the pub."
You should be down the pub. But actually, I really enjoy the sort of like popping on my headphone, listening to audiobooks, and just cracking on with a bit of cleaning. So that really, when we're both at home, that's our only time apart. Really, we live in it's a well-sized 2-bedroom flat.
Yeah, we could definitely have time apart.
We could definitely have time apart. And as David said, I spend a week working from home and a week working at the hospital where I'm based. Oh my goodness me, I've got such an itchy nose. I'm not picking my nose, I've just got an itchy nose. So David gets some time apart then. But the first part of that question is, how are we coping in lockdown?
Very well.
I would say we are coping very well. Now, I've been chatting to Mercedes about this and to a few other people. In real life people, Mercedes is a real life person as well, but like, shut up and get on with it, Lauren. And actually, as awful and as traumatic as coronavirus has been for the majority of people, and even myself, early days in this virus, my mental health was madness.
Yeah,
it was bad.
Really bad to begin with.
Actually, now it's sort of
like in a not the funniest way. It feels normal now.
It feels normal, but also I feel like it's tough to say you've enjoyed it, but like I've definitely settled into it, and the feeling of not having to be anywhere. And not having to, I don't mean this in a nasty way, but not having to see people, and not having to sort of like have obligations. And I don't mean that in a like, I always feel like I've got obligations, but we're quite homebodies anyway. And this is sort of, we've almost been thriving a bit in this sort of situation. So, that's something that I do feel that we've been dealing quite well with it.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, we're both quite homebodies anyway, so we enjoy being at home. And I feel like we've been dealing with it well. Yeah. That's it. I've just seen another question saying, someone's just said about what are you looking forward to doing once lockdown's over? Do you want to answer that now?
Oh, I do. I've got a list.
Oh, have you? Okay, well, I'll read some more things out. So Vanessa says, glad it's not just me. There's something to be said for not feeling guilty about doing things you love when they're predominantly things that can be done inside, although the Zoom fatigue is real. Yeah, so something else I've enjoyed, speaking about the cleaning we've been doing, I've been enjoying the sort of like rituals we've set up without even realising. So Saturday morning chores, and Saturday night film club with the guys, and also I didn't do it last week, but on Instagram I put like a little to-do list up, and I've quite enjoyed working and they're not like taxing to-do list things, they're like finish your book, get your questions ready for Patreon book
Yeah.
club, do your chores, and I've quite enjoyed working my way through those.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been quite enjoyable.
I definitely think Saturday's my favourite day of the week.
You struggle on Sunday
because,
sometimes, don't you?
I felt because Saturday is a structured day for the whole day. It's like morning cleaning, afternoon we watch RuPaul online with our friends.
Yeah, we do that, yeah.
Emma, and then that obviously includes lunch and stuff. And then by then, like, I might have a little like play on the PlayStation for an hour, and then it's getting dinner, and then it's movie night. And then it's a very structured, organised day, and I like that.
Well, and as you say, you sort of struggle on a Sunday. Struggle maybe is a bit strong, but you're definitely like...
It's my least productive, it's my least energetic
so
day.
maybe we need to bring something in on the Sunday.
But we're going for like a nice walk on Sunday, aren't we? So...
Yeah, and obviously it's like in the UK, we've just had the news that from Monday we're able to meet in gardens of relatives. We don't have a garden, so we don't have to host. Ha ha. From Monday in the UK we're able to meet in gardens with up to 6 people. So that's going to be coming in. And although obviously I'm delighted to be seeing people like in real life, haven't seen your mum and dad apart from when I dropped something off at their house.
And on FaceTime
a few times. We've stood at my sister's doorstep a few times to drop things off. It was her birthday during lockdown. I'm excited about that, but it does sort of open up a sort of like, oh my God, the diary's going to be filling up type of feeling in me. Does it you or not really?
No, not really.
No, you feel quite excited about it.
Well, like...
I'm mainly excited. David's mum and dad have got the most beautiful garden you've ever seen, and I can't wait to sit in that garden and eat some nice dinner. So I'm looking forward to that.
They've got a pizza oven that I want them to fire up.
Oh, yeah.
As well as a barbecue.
Someone said it's the small pleasures of life that bring us the biggest joy. A walk, a film, food, etc. Vanessa says, oh, interesting. We can do that as of today in Scotland, but only one household.
Yes, I see.
How is David finding it being furloughed while you're still at work? We'll answer that a bit later.
All right.
It's going to be weird seeing the drag final, but in finale to interested to see how it works. Yeah, we couldn't really be bothered watching it last week.
Yeah, I'm very unmotivated.
Yeah.
But what we have done, because they've released this secret celebrity one, but we've saved it.
Oh yeah, we're going to watch
that. So we're going to be doing that every Saturday. I think there's 3 or 4 episodes of that. So
the last thing I'll say on the whole sort of like working at home being what's the word? What's the word you use when you're like quarantined? Is that I was thinking of, and I don't know if it's insensitive, and please tell me now if you do think this is insensitive, on making a video of things that I've found that I've enjoyed about quarantine. Is that insensitive to do that? We're very fortunate. Neither of us have lost anybody to coronavirus. I work at hospital and people that I've worked with have had it and have made full recoveries. Is it insensitive to make a video, what do you think, about things that I've enjoyed during quarantine?
Yeah,
people say
slightly. No. I don't know.
No, not insensitive. Not at all insensitive. I'd be interested in watching
that. Maybe the word enjoyed.
Show the positive you can find it in. No, not insensitive. We have to see the light in some way. Okay, good. Right, so maybe I will do that then.
Maybe not the word enjoyed, like maybe the positives you found.
Things that I've loved. No, I don't mean it like that, but things that, maybe a positive spin on something. But because I've been thinking about things that I have been enjoying and...
Because you've obviously got to make the best of a bad situation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think maybe enjoyed isn't the best word.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, cool. Right, so what was, so you had got your little list out of things you want to do once lockdown's over.
So my little note section is called Things to Do Once This Shit Is Over With.
Right, okay, let's hear them.
So it's go cinema.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do that this year.
I know.
Cinemas
have a beef lasagna.
Let's disseminate them. Let's don't go straight from cinema to lasagna.
Oh, okay.
Cinema, I don't think it's going to happen this year, but yes, it would be lovely to go to the cinema and have a little sit down and have a little, but saying that, we have run the cinema from here a few times, haven't we?
We have.
I've done David a cinema night, he's done me a cinema night, and they have both been lovely.
Yeah, we do enjoy a nice cinema night.
Right, okay, so the first one was cinema, I reckon the next one's beef lasagna.
Beef lasagna. Right. I really obviously, I eat a lot of veggie stuff.
So I'm vegetarian and David isn't, but he would only ever eat meat. He eats vegetarian at home.
I'm like 98%.
Yeah, he only ever eats meat when we go out for meals or if he's at work and he has a lunch. Now, obviously, he hasn't been leaving the house, so all he's done is eat a vegetarian, which you don't moan about.
No,
you don't mind.
Because I love vegetarian food.
He eats vegetarian all the time now at home. But he is craving
for some reason,
a beef lasagna.
A beef lasagna, and I can't wait to get one in me once this shit is over with.
Okay, so beef lasagna. If there's anything you are looking forward to eating, I'll tell you what I want to bloody eat. That pizza from Pizza Express with the egg in the middle.
Oh,
I
okay.
keep thinking about it.
Rum something. I can't remember the name of it.
No, I don't know. I don't think it's got Fiorentina. Is that it?
No, I think it begins with R.
Yeah, I want that. But yeah, if other people have got things that they're looking forward to eating once this is over, then let's hear them. Someone said gelato. Right, next up, Wagamama. Mercedes is actually getting a Wagamama tonight. I was talking to her about it earlier.
I was so jealous that she lives in a...
The independent cinemas are open in New Zealand. The chains are not yet, hopefully soon. I want a Rudy's pizza so bad and Wagamama's. Wagamama's is high. I'm tried going plant-based during the lockdown and I'm so proud of myself. Step by step, well done.
Well done.
Lovely. Right, what's your next thing?
Mine's actually go out and get drunk.
Oh, go out and get drunk. I don't drink booze.
No.
David does drink booze. You're not a big drinker.
Not big drinker
and
at all.
actually, in the past sort of 2 years, you've got quite into non-alcoholic beers, haven't you?
Yeah, I love non-alcoholic beer, but when it's like, as you all know, Lauren and I were not fans of summer and the hot, but I do enjoy like maybe 2 or 3 times every summer going out with my friends, and we normally go to like the beach for the day. So we go to the seaside for the day, and we just go and hit up a few pubs and bars during the day, and then head back in the evening. That's always good fun. So
someone just said I miss pub gardens. Mercedes is also here, and she said just ate Wagamama's, and I can confirm it was excellent. I don't really drink, but I do like a trip to the pub.
Yeah.
I'd love to go out for a nice steak for dinner at the place we went for our 1-year wedding anniversary last year. It was such a beautiful restaurant. Guess 2 years will be spent in lockdown. Oh, summer bra crawl. I look forward to playing football with my team again sometime. I work in a pub and can't wait to get back. Right, so pub, next one.
Yeah, this one I might cross off because it's haircut and beard trim.
I cut David's hair last weekend.
She's done a damn good job.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. I mean, at the moment it is sort of going into like the 90s style.
Yeah, but I like it.
I did quite well with it. I am quite pleased with it. So yeah, you can cut that off.
Yeah.
I need my hair cut badly. My roots are...
Let me do it.
Look at... You can't do my roots, can you? My roots, if you just look at me now, I just look like I've got brown hair. And I'm very grey. I mean, I don't mind going grey and things like that, but I do feel my bestest. And I don't apologise for that when my roots and everything are done. And also I feel like I can't colour my hair a different... Normally by this point in the summer I would have coloured my hair a nice fun colour, but I feel like there's no point doing it when I've only got half a head of blonde hair. It's too warm to have longer hair. Never need a barber's again. True. Stylish haircut. Lovely. Right, next one.
Which we could probably do this. Eat fish and chips on the beach.
Eat fish and chips on the beach. Yeah, we live near a beach, and we could get you could get fish and chips. I'll get chips, and we can eat them on the beach. Yeah, we can sort that out.
Yeah, this is kind of in brackets with the going to the cinema, which is eat Ben and Jerry's birthday flavoured ice cream, cake flavoured ice cream.
I've never seen that in any shops or anything.
Delicious.
What is it? At a cinema?
Yeah, I've had it at the cinema, and I've seen it in Tesco's.
Oh, okay. Well, we can try and do that.
Oh, it's delicious.
Sorry, just to interrupt in your list. Is there any reason in particular you don't drink? The reason I don't drink is because it made me a bit depressed. Not depressed, maybe just sad and anxious. And when I first started suffering from anxiety, I was like, what can I do to sort of appease this? So booze was the first thing to go. I've always been a very bad hungover person and a very sort of like doomy hungover person. So whenever I had a hangover, I'd feel very paranoid, feel very nervous and upset. So yeah, I always knew that my relationship with booze wasn't the greatest ever. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. So yeah, I kept him in. But we've got loads more. I loved it when you had that gorgeous bright red hair. Thank you. I'm getting chippy tomorrow. Just rub it in, says Mercedes.
Yes.
Cool. Hope you're doing well down there. I've never been to Ben and Jerry's. I love at home. And my mum's a hairdresser, which I'm so grateful for.
Awesome.
Birthday cake flavoured ice cream. Hello from Richmond, USA. My city was named after your Richmond. All of my siblings and parents live in different cities from me, so I'm a bit sad I can't just go to their houses and wave to them from a distance or something. I know. I love how many of David's goals are food related. Such a vibe. Birthday cake, Ben and Jerry's is the best. Same, David, same. I stopped drinking the last 2 months for exactly the same reasons. Comforting to know I'm not the only one. My sister loves that ice cream. Right, next one. Is it another food one?
No, not quite. Going to Leeds Castle. And having a bloody great big walk.
We recently
in brackets potentially having a Sunday roast there, but I doubt that.
So there's a place near to where we live called Leeds Castle, which is like it's a National Trust-esque place, but it's not owned by National Trust. I think they're owned by themselves. And literally the month before this all happened, we signed up to year passes to an annual ticket there because you can go on lovely walks Really, they have quite a lot of like fun days there. My sister, her husband, and my niece are members there, so we can go all together. We have been once. We went once before it closed, there's just lovely things to do. So we signed up there. Then this all happened, so now we can't go. And we're really desperate to get there. And they've got really nice spaces for picnics and things like that. And it would be lovely in the summer if it does open up. I wonder if they're going to sort of restrict it, or you can go by booking only, because it's a big open space, so there'll be space for people.
Yeah, because all national parks are beginning to open up from next week as well.
Yeah, and the last time we went, we had a Sunday roast there, and you're quite keen to get back there because
nice.
You know what they did? Because they had. The only thing I will say about being a vegetarian is that you do get shit Sunday roasts at pubs and stuff.
You do.
Because you never get fucking gravy, because the gravy's always got meat in it.
Whose fault is that, eh?
Shut up. So when they went, all three of them, why did you get 4 dinners between 3 of you?
Right. This was your sister's idea. It's because the equivalent was £1 more.
Yeah.
To get an extra dinner. So she was just like, well, let's do that. It makes it an even it was worth it.
Right, okay. So yeah, last time they went, they had 4 dinners between the 3 of them, and I had my vegetarian roast, which, whilst delicious, did not have gravy. I feel like maybe I should start carrying away my... If next, do you know what? Next time I go for a roast dinner at a pub, I'm going to take a thermos of gravy, vegetarian gravy.
Bovril.
No, just vegetarian gravy. That onion stuff's fucking lovely.
Yeah.
Gravy's the best. I'm desperate to go and enjoy some lovely English heritage places and visit museums, etc., which I really miss. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday,
Happy
This Cosy reader night is the perfect end to a lovely day. Bring your own gravy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start a trend. Bring your own gravy. Right, next one. How many on here?
So there's 3 more.
Okay.
Well, I mean, so we'll narrow this down to 1, which is having a barbecue at everybody's, and then also have a pizza oven night at my mum and dad's.
Right. Yeah, so that can be resolved soon.
Yeah,
we'll probably go for a barbecue at my mum and dad's in the next sort of few weeks, and my sister's in the next sort of few weeks. And David's mum and dad have got a pizza oven in their garden, guys. Maybe that's when I can have the pizza with the egg on.
Yeah, you can try your own one.
Maybe. Nice. Right. Okay. So yeah, mine. Do you know what mine is?
One more.
Oh, you got one more, sorry.
Yeah. And the last one is have a day trip to Brighton, Broadstairs, and Margate. Not all in the same day.
No, we like a coastal visit. I think there, just out of like I follow a lot of like shops in Margate and places in Brighton and stuff, and they're like, please don't come here and give us the virus. So I think that will maybe wait till the tail end.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't be like, you can go everywhere, let's head down there.
Right, cool. I've just got one thing that I want to do.
Just the one?
Just honestly, just one thing I want to do. I just want to have a chilled out browse in the supermarket.
Because you have been saying that.
I love going to the supermarket. It's one of my favourite things to do. I like going and shopping. I like having a list, following it, things like that. Trips to the supermarket in the UK are not chill at the moment. You have to, particularly in the supermarkets that I've been to, you have to follow a one-way route. If you forget something, you have to go all the way back to the beginning. You have to queue to get in. It's really hot to queue to get in. Last time I was in Tesco's, and I understand because, like, I imagine working in a supermarket at this time is one of the shittest jobs going, because you are in fear of catching it from people. There's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of people in and out. Yeah.
There's no way they can really social distance because they've got to put the stuff out on the shelves. Yeah.
And last time I went to Tesco's, the cashier was so stressed out and so hyper aware of everything that's going on. It was really, really like, I was soaking it up. There was a little dot at the end of the thing, and I had to stand there and put all my shopping on. And I understand why I was having to stand there and put all the stuff on, but I was leaning forward. She was telling me to go back. And I was thinking, okay, I'm back. Then when I came through, I paid for my shopping, and she wasn't pushing stuff further enough down the belt, so I was having to lean to pick it up, and then she was telling me off for leaning to pick it up. I also I was doing some of my mum's shopping, so so after all my stuff went through, I was like, oh, that's my stuff as well. And she was really confused by the fact that that was my stuff as well. And I think we just both, she was stressed out and I just finished work. And yeah, it was not fun. So I have since been to Sainsbury's, and it's a bit better. And I can see someone here saying Sainsbury's don't have a one-way system. But yeah, I just want a lovely browse. I've got a really nice Sainsbury's near where I work, where they've got clothes and a good book aisle and loads of magazines, and I'd love a little browse down there, but at the moment it's just too stressful.
All right.
So that's one thing I want to do. Let's have a look. I miss wandering around Waterstones. Yeah, obviously I'd love to wander around Waterstones as well. I'm so with you about supermarkets. Oh, I'm missing this. Last time I went to Morrison's, I saw two people hug and talk about how it's been ages since they saw each other. Oh, God. I love a good browse of a supermarket too. I miss UK supermarkets since moving abroad. This is my first Cosy reading night. I love it. Good. Sainsbury's don't have one-way system. I also love a supermarket shop, but it's stressing me out when you can see other people getting stressed. Oh, no. Sat watching this with a glass of wine in the garden with a blanket, watching the other half put the new barbecue together. Lovely. Also looking forward to just spontaneously going shopping for dinner and not having to carry heavy groceries for 10 days in my backpack anymore. I know we're not having to carry it in our backpack, but like we're really planning ahead. There's not much spontaneity going on, is there?
No.
I did not enjoy the supermarket during lockdown, pressurised environment. I really want to browse the clothes, but then I feel bad for people waiting to get into food, so never do. So grateful for Asda deliveries right now, so uncomfortable and stressful going to the shops. After 10 weeks, I've only just gone back into the shops. I get really anxious. Why don't you go shopping in the NHS hour? I haven't been shopping in the NHS hour, and I don't mean this is going to make me sound like a proper martyr, but I don't mean to, and I don't feel like one. But I feel like there's people who need that NHS hour more than I do. I don't have children. I don't have places to be, and I believe I'm a key worker. I work for the NHS, but I think for me there's people who need that hour more than I do. So I haven't been using it. But we have got a click and collect delivery. Shut up. We have got a click and collect delivery for next week. And
so
yeah, we've managed to get a few bits. So yeah, it's been okay.
Yeah, we're all right. We survived, didn't we?
I want to go to the beach. Mum works in the supermarket and people are so at each other's throats, which I understand, but she's the one who has to deal with the complaints. I understand. I want to go to the bookstore. Hi, David and Lauren. I'm in Australia getting ready for work. Love your videos. Have a lovely day at work. Right, okay, let's move on to the next thing. So the next question is, how do you pick your books for Cosy Reading Night?
It's normally whatever I'm reading.
Yeah.
So already.
I sometimes, it's normally whatever I'm reading, but sometimes I do, like, I am quite a seasonal reader anyway, so if it's summer, I'm quite often reading, like, summery books. And then in the winter, like Christmas, I'll be reading Christmassy books, autumnal books, etc.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely like, if you were to pluck out books that I've read during Cosy Reading Nights, you'll definitely tell a difference. But how I select them is normally books that are on my TBR, or that I've said that I'm going to read that month. I don't feel like I don't often ever pick a book and think, oh, that would be perfect for Cosy Reading Night.
Yeah.
That's a lie. Glass Town by Isabel Greenberg, which is a graphic novel. I got that set for the publishers and I was like, I want to read that on Cosy Reading Night. So with David, your books, you don't really do much reading apart from Cosy Reading Night, do you?
And it's normally what you say, hey, try this, isn't it really, to be honest? You know, you're the expert, so I'll just listen to you.
So David, I mean, one of these questions is sort of related to this. So actually, let's answer this as well then. So does David find Cosy Reading Night a challenge, seeing as he's a less experienced reader?
No, I wouldn't say so.
You're definitely getting more reading done, which is absolutely beautiful.
Just crack on.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But it does take David a long time. David does things which stress me out in that he would watch a video. He'll read a book. So when we were doing Cosy Reading Nights seasonally, and there was 6 Cosy Reading Nights a year, he'll literally like read his book, and then he'll put that down and he'll go, come back to that in Cosy Reading Night in 2 months' time. I'm like, how can you do that? That's like me watching half of Lord of the Rings or something and then being like, yeah, I'll watch the other half in 2 months' time. I just don't get it. So what I've been really enjoying is seeing you reading every other week, which is lovely.
Good.
And yeah, but in terms of David picking his books, what happens when David picks his books is that I tell him what to read.
Yeah.
Well, you got sent Kika and me from Emma at Book Break from the publisher, which he loved.
Again, Emma.
And then off the back of that, we said, are there any books that you think David would enjoy because he likes non-fiction animal writing? And lots of people said this one, the one you're reading at the moment, Fabulous Finn. So I bought it for him. I've been loving David's movie videos though, so if he's doing that more than reading, I can't complain. Yeah, I've been enjoying those as well. One of the things I love most about Cosy Reading Nights is that one of the most inclusive things on BookTube, you don't need to be a diehard reader, just enjoy it and have a lovely time. Yeah, that's lovely. So a lot of people, so people have been, I've heard this described as a readathon, and I'd never considered it a readathon, but I guess it is really. There's no prompts or anything like that. You just crack on, have a lovely time on Instagram and on Twitter, and just check in throughout. So which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Haven't been doing a lot of reading outside of Cosy Reading Night either, David. It's really nice to have an occasion to find the motivation to pick up a new book. Absolutely.
Exactly.
We could do a themed Cosy Reading Night one week where we could choose books, snacks, etc. around a theme. Totally agree.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be a nice idea. The only time I've ever done that, well, Christmas I've done that and then read Christmassy books, but I also did it on the Harry Potter anniversary when it was the 25th
I've got
anniversary.
a good theme.
25th, it's not the 25th. Yeah, it fucking was the 25th anniversary of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh.
What's your theme? Animal fiction?
Non-fiction animals.
Non-fiction animal books. I don't know how I get on with non-fiction animal books. But
oh, they're a thrill ride.
You love them. They're very cute.
Lovely.
Right, okay. Okay, this is a good one. What would you rather be doing right now rather than Cosy Reading Night if you could be doing anything?
Right now,
yeah,
I'd rather be having a dinner evening with you.
Oh, what, out?
Yeah, out.
Dinner is when you go for dinner and the cinema. It's called dinner. So, yeah. I would rather be browsing a supermarket. I would rather be browsing a supermarket. I would like to be... If I could be doing anything right now... Oh, do you know what I'd like to be? In a shepherd's hut with a fire. Just sitting. Yeah. That is Cosy Reading Night, but somewhere else. Or playing a board game with you.
Yeah, well, we do that quite a lot.
Yeah, or having like a nice candle-lit dinner.
Yeah.
Nice. Since exams have been cancelled, I've had more free time to read and I've really enjoyed it. I love these nights. Thanks, you guys. You put a massive smile on my face. Thank you. That's put a massive smile on my face. A themed Cosy Reading Night sounds great. Cosy Reading Nights is one of our goodness me, I've got to slow down and get excited. Cosy Reading Nights is part of our self-care. Hubby, who isn't a reader, turns it into Cosy Lego Night.
Oh, nice.
Such a great way to switch off and completely relax. Thank you so much. Oh my God, supermarkets are hell on earth at the moment. I'd be in Italy drinking too much limoncello close to the sea. Yeah, if we could be somewhere. Or in Centre Parks. We quite like Centre Parks, don't we?
Centre Parks.
Yeah, we have a lovely time at Centre Parks.
Disneyland Paris.
Oh God, no, imagine that. If I can't even manage a fucking supermarket, imagine... Now, but I'd be like in Disneyland Paris. Sorry, that's it for you, David. Never get to go to Disneyland.
Well, I've got to go on my own, haven't I?
Does
anybody want to go with me to Disneyland?
Anyone want to go with me? Right. What has been the highlight Cosy Reading Night so far? So out of all the Cosy Reading Nights we've done, because what I've been saying is I've been trying to make every Cosy Reading Night during this period slightly different so that we mix it up a bit. So the first one was just your normal Cosy Reading Night. The next one, David vlogged. Mm-hmm. The next one, well, I don't know what order we go in. We've had a Cosy Reading morning. We've had a bumper Cosy Reading Night. We've had a Cosy Reading Night where we've done an Instagram live. We've had a Cosy Reading Night where we've done this live. Yeah. I think that might be it. I think there's 6. Now, just to tell you, going forward, the next Cosy Reading Night will be a Cosy Reading afternoon. So if you are in another time zone, I'm going to do a Cosy Reading afternoon. So it might be that falls in your evening. It might be that falls in your morning, just to mix it up a bit. That will be on the 12th of June. And then the Cosy Reading Night after that, that will actually be on a Saturday. So we've been doing these every other Friday, but the next one will be on a Friday. The new Friday, Saturday. I mean, at the moment, the weekend does just feel like one big fratter-unday. But the next one will be on the Saturday. It'll be the last Saturday in June, I believe. And that is going to be Independent Book Week Cosy Reader Night, which will be lovely because it's Independent Book Week in the UK. So I'm going to be buying some books from some independent bookshops, give them a call the old-fashioned way. Hello, can I have some books, please? You send them to me. Cheers. Yeah, I'm going to be doing Independent Book Week Cosy Reader Night. Then I think that might be the end of Cosy Reading Night. Not forever, just the end of like lockdown Cosy Reading Nights. I'm going to do one more in July and I'm going to put it to a poll and say whichever one people most enjoyed. So whether you enjoyed the bumper Cosy Reading Night, the Cosy Reading morning, the afternoon, the one that David vlogged, I probably enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that one the most because it got me the night off of vlogging. It was lovely. The one where we did Instagram live, this one I'm going to be doing, so you guys get to pick, and whatever gets the most votes will be the last Cosy Reading Night that we'll do for this sort of like stay at home club block of Cosy Reading Nights. So there's still 3 more, whatever, after today there's still 3 more to go ahead. But yeah, I think in the middle of June will be a good time, July will be a good time to to close that. So that's that. Love Cosy Read Night. Looking forward to these every other week. Thanks so much for hosting these. You're welcome. Can we do this every year? This is the best birthday ever. Thank you. You're so cute. I'd love to go to Disneyland Paris sometime too. I've never been. I'd like to go to Halloween when the villain character's out. Love Disney villains.
Halloween's the best.
I've not been in a supermarket since everything started, and I miss them. My boyfriend is doing the shopping because of my health, and every time he comes back, I ask for a blow-by-blow of what's on the shelves. Actually, when we do that, like because we have been doing that, I've been like, show me what's in the shop. Was it busy? When the madness is over, could we have Cosy Reading Night monthly, please? No. So how this was before was that I used to do Cosy Reading Night seasonally. So we'd have spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then we'd have a bonus Christmas one. So there'd be 5 a year. Now I quite like that because I didn't want them to be regular so that people didn't become bored of them. But this has showed me that people don't become bored of them. So they will be a bit more regular than 5 a year. I don't know if I can commit to 1 a month. I'd love to be able to commit to 1 a month, but once this sort of kicks back off, I don't know whether or not. I'll look at it. I will look at it. We'll be sad to see the regular Cosy Reading Night end. Me and my flatmates have thoroughly enjoyed them. It's going to be hard to cope, but thank you so much for hosting these. I miss shopping weirdly too, as we can't go 2 people at a time, but I'm going to wait outside while my husband does it on Sunday so I can help him carry them back. Good idea. Yeah, we've got a local co-op and we sort of been, oh God, that's absolutely impossible to social distance in there though, isn't it?
Yeah.
The aisles are like this big. If there's one person in the aisle, also you feel like you're chasing people down the aisle because you can't cross each other in the aisle. Oh, I won't go in there. I'm not doing it. They're very special nights. I am reading, and then there were none by Agatha Christie. You inspired to revisit Agatha Christie, and I'm really enjoying it. Oh, I'm so pleased. You really like that film, didn't you?
Yeah, if you can, watch the film afterwards. It was cool.
Right, the next question is, are there any audiobooks you are looking forward to listening to together? Now, we've only listened to a few audiobooks together, but one of our favourite ones was Gone Fishing by Paul
really
Whitehouse and Bob Mortimer, which is a book about two gentlemen.
Elderly gentlemen.
Not elderly, but like in their 60s, aren't they? Maybe
Yeah.
not even that, maybe
No,
50s.
I think like late 50s.
Yeah, both of them had heart situations where I think one of them had to have like real bad surgery.
Bob had surgery.
And they've been told to stay a bit more active, so they get into fishing, and it's all about them fishing up and down the country and talking about different rivers. And we really enjoyed listening to it, didn't we? We listened to it on the way to the Lake District and had a lovely time. We really like shit like that. We like The Trip. Has anyone ever seen The Trip with Rob Brydon and
Steve
Coogan, who I've got a super big crush on.
Especially as Alan Partridge.
No, not as Alan Partridge, just as normal Steve Coogan. I like things like that, like people just sat sort of chatting. I think I like that so much. So that's one we listened to, which we really enjoyed. I've been very much looking forward to David listening to the audiobook of Nevermore, because in my humble opinion, I think the audiobook experience is better than the actual reading experience of that book. And you tried reading it last year, didn't you? And you didn't get on with it. How far did you get with it? Do you know?
Oh God, I think about 5 or 6 chapters.
Oh, okay. Is it familiar when you're listening to it now?
No.
Oh.
Not at all.
Why are you clasping your heart?
I don't know. I'm just holding my hand there.
So are there any books that you would like us to listen to together?
No, because I don't really know what books are coming out. So you're the one who tells what to listen to, and I say yes, all right.
Okay, that was very cute.
Oh, is Adam Kay bringing out another book anytime soon?
He's bringing out a children's book, and I think he's curated a sort of series of essays that I've pre-ordered though. That's coming in book.
Oh,
so
don't worry about them.
But he has got a children's book coming out. Yeah, we did. You enjoyed listening to that, didn't you?
Yeah, that was cool. That was very fun.
This Is Going to Hurt book.
Yeah.
Have you seen their new one? New what? What were we talking about? I put definitely in there. I'm reading Once Upon a River by Diane Setterfield, definitely one to get absorbed in. Totally agree about Nevermore. Both 1 and 2 I enjoyed much more in audio. Mama G's Kitchen, hi, see you on Sunday, Mama G's Kitchen. Patreon book club on Sunday. God, Bob Mortimer, do you guys enjoy any panel shows? David loves a panel show. Oh, and Jade has said, I love The Trip. Guess the Bill is a game me and my boyfriend used to play before Corona. Every time we went out to eat. I love that. I'm reading Heap House and so far really enjoying it. Oh, sorry, The Trip to Greece. Oh, yeah, that is it. Yeah, we've been very much... We love it, don't we?
Yeah,
we really enjoy it.
Yeah, one thing I would always say about The Trip is that to never watch... I wouldn't want to binge watch them because they're very similar.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you used to watch a whole series in a night, you get a bit annoyed by the repetitive. That's why I like split it
I
up.
don't know though. Things I like: food, scenery,
Mm.
people chatting, people enjoying each other's company. It's got all of them, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And Steve Coogan's sparkly eyes. There's nothing you can't want there. These cosy reading nights make a difference. So nice and a way of being a community and social. Also, we get to do things we love: reading, eating, fun, food, coziness. How to Be a Boy by Robert Webber's fab audiobook. David read that, didn't you?
I did. That was good.
Yeah. Didn't I read it? I think. Oh no, I think I listened to the audiobook because at the end it's got like a bonus chapter of him reading out his poetry, and he was completely creasing up, and it was so funny.
Yeah, I like Robert
I really
Webb.
enjoyed Get a Life, Chloe Brown on audiobook. Would recommend. Okay, you've sold me. I'm going to watch The Trip later after Cosy Reading Night. Yeah, do give it a go. I really enjoyed it. The first series, actually, I think was my favourite because it's set in the Lake District and it feels, it's very atmospheric and it feels like, yeah, it just felt really like a bit Christmassy. I think everything feels fucking Christmassy. Are you excited about Drag Race finale tomorrow? I'm Team Jada. I think the virtual lip syncs will be interesting. Imagine Steve Coogan and Andrew Scott on the trip. Right, and let's reset things because if I think too much about Andrew Scott, do you know who else has recently joined my Andrew Scott levels of fancying?
No.
Paul Mescal from Normal People.
Oh
Connell.
right, okay, Connell. Not Connell's chain.
Connell's chain is involved. Right, okay. Are we excited about Drag Race tomorrow? Look,
No.
Drag Race Real Talk. We haven't enjoyed Drag Race this year.
It's been terrible.
Not terrible, but it's definitely been.
I mean, we've only watched. This is only the second season we've watched, so it's a bit hard to.
Here's the background with it. The first ever series we watched of Drag Race, we adored.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know what number it was, but it was Brooklyn Heights,
Well, it was
Vanjie,
last
season,
season, 11.
Evie Oddly, people who we loved.
Bam. Gee.
Like, Brooklyn Heights, I still think about her on a daily basis, I would say. I loved her. And we bonded with those girls so much. I actually watched that season 1.5 times because I watched the first half of the season with Jenna Mercedes when we went to visit Mercedes. And then we came back and I said, David, we've got to watch Drag Race. You're going to absolutely love it. And I watched the first half of the season again and then watched it. So I'm really feel attached to those girls.
Yeah.
And they were like my favourite queens ever. So. Then we watched the UK Drag Race, which we really enjoyed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We enjoyed that, and then we started watching this one. And what's happening with the current Drag Race is that somebody who is a very talented drag queen and has ended up in the final has since been charged with I don't know what the actual basically catfishing somebody. So he has been posing as a movie director and getting people to, I think, reveal themselves over webcam and things like that. And he has now been removed from Drag Race. But obviously they couldn't just cancel the bloody fucking thing because all of the other queens in it. So they've edited it in a really weird way so that Cherry Pie, this is the queen who's been eliminated, removed, doesn't appear, and
she appears as very little
as possible. But it's really taken some of the charm and the heart out of it because
I feel like she's quite a character.
Yeah, and I also I think she is one of the best ones there. Yeah. But they've had to just chop her out because of this awful fucking thing she's done. So it's not just, I don't think with Drag Race, it's not just a case of chopping someone out because there is so much heart there and the relationships formed and things like that. And Cherry Pie will be someone's friend or someone's nemesis and things like that, and that's been removed.
And then that whole story
the whole thing just feels very, very strange.
Yeah.
So we haven't really loved this series.
No.
I liked Gigi Good from the start, but now I feel like I'm probably with Jada.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm with Jada.
We really liked Heidi as well, so we were sad when Heidi
I wanted Heidi to win it.
But yeah.
Lots of people are saying series 4 to 6 are the best.
Maybe we should give it a go.
Yeah, I'd be up for watching some early ones. I mean, we haven't got anything else to do.
Yeah, true. God, everyone's saying 4 to 6
Yeah,
are the best.
so they must be really good.
And Charlie Brooke is saying it's put a bad taste to the whole season and you can tell it affects the narrative. Yeah, it just feels fun. And I feel like I haven't been able to bond with them. And actually last week, and actually, saying this though, last year when we watched it, the episode where they get everybody back and everyone's chatting, we didn't even really fucking enjoy that last year, and that had Brooke in it and things like that. So yeah.
See, somebody said they've met Brooklyn.
Someone's met Brooklyn. Oh my god! I saw that when Brooklyn was here. I saw that she was like doing a student night in Canterbury at the university I used to go to. God, imagine.
Just trying to dust off your old uni card.
6 is perfection. Going to work. Great to catch this live chat. Love your videos, David and Lauren. They brighten my day. Bye, Wendy. Have a lovely day at work. So yeah, what was that to do with? Did that have anything to do with it, or were we just talking about Drag Race?
Somebody asked, "Are you excited about the finale tomorrow?"
So yeah,
and then you went down a rabbit hole of.
Sorry, guys, bring the mood down. Okay, so the next question is: do you guys ever do Christmas in July? We never have we?
No, never have done.
No, so it's no secret around here.
I had been to a Christmas in July party a few years ago.
Oh, whose? Why wasn't I invited?
No, I think you was invited, but you didn't want to go.
Oh, that does sound like me.
It does sound like you. And because I wore a Christmas jumper and I drank a lot of Jaeger.
Oh, God. Right, so David has done something similar to Christmas in July as well, because before David and I were together, your sister used to work on the cruise ships. So she was never home for Christmas. So you used to do like Christmas 2, didn't you?
Yeah, we did that like February.
And we did actually have a late Christmas this year because David's parents were in Hong Kong for Christmas this year just gone. So we had, that was quite fun actually. I quite enjoyed having Christmas.
Like the first weekend in January.
First weekend in January, it was nice. So yeah, we've never done Christmas in July. What we have done is, David's birthday is the 26th of September, and that is our first day of Christmas watching.
Time to write those cards.
That's when we start watching our Christmas stuff, and we always celebrate by watching Sainsbury's Christmas in a Day, which is David and one of David and my favourite Christmas things. So we always start in September. So not quite July, but September. Yeah. Is that a regular thing in the UK? No. Never heard of Christmas in July. I told my ballet teacher I wanted to dance on point, and he casually brought up that Brooke was his student, and I asked if I knew about him, and think I just stood there and stared at him for 2 minutes. If you could travel into any book, why would it be, and why would you try to change anything that happens? Mine would probably be Harry Potter. And what would I try and change? Don't know if I would change anything. I wouldn't let Lavender die.
I'd go into Ready Player One.
And do what?
And just be in Ready Player One. I wouldn't change anything about it.
Oh, you're so cute. When you guys said you were doing an hour-long talk, I thought, wow, what are you going to talk about for an hour? But this time it's flown, I know. I'm just looking to see what other questions I've got to get through. Tips to get cosy when it's really fucking hot. Right.
Wear shorts.
Wear shorts. David's got shorts on now. What I would say...
reveal me.
Things that make me feel cool. Not moving much. So I would recommend not moving much. If you can't have a cold bath, which I know is quite a feat, but if you could sit in like a chilled bath, that makes me feel better. I feel like I've got an actual condition where I need to bath at least once every 2 weeks, otherwise I get really miserable. So in the summer, I still am known to have like a cooler bath. Lights off. You can have your lights off, keep your lights down, keep cool. And I never ever sleep without, even if I've got like a little sheet on me, no duvet, just a little sheet, that sometimes makes me feel cool as well. So what about your tips for staying cool?
I'm a big moaner.
We've been quite fortunate actually. It's Minnie's been so cute. It's June on Monday. Hello, baby. Hello.
She's just woken up.
She's
coming over?
You coming over? No, she's not.
She's being rude.
It's June on Monday, and it still hasn't been that hot.
No, but buy a fan.
Buy a fan.
Buy them early whilst you can.
Yes, if you're going to get a fan, get them now because they will sell out. We've actually just bought one. Mercedes said I could stop Molly Weasley from giving Hermione that tiny Easter egg. Yeah, that's true. Right, there's a bit in the book.
I don't understand that reference.
After Hermione gets is it when Mercedes, what book is it in? Is it in book 4 is it in book 4? I think it's in book 4. So after Hermione gets with Crumb, there's like loads of bad press about her, like she's been mucking Harry around and fucking blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And Molly Weasley, a grown adult woman,
but
sends everyone a lovely Easter egg but gives Hermione a really tiny one.
Why?
Because she thinks Hermione's been fucking Harry around.
Oh, and that's her way of like.
Yes, when
getting
Rita.
her back.
Yeah, look, when Rita says Harry and Hermione were together, and then Hermione.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't think that's fucking J.K. Rowling's problem. That's like I don't think Molly would ever do that. But hey, that's what we're doing. Can't believe it's June so soon. I know it's 25 degrees in Glasgow at the moment.
Wow.
Wow. Right.
Lovely.
Okay, so those are my tips of staying cool when it's fucking hot.
Wear shorts, buy a fan.
Wear shorts, buy a fan, don't move, drink lots of water.
Lights off.
When we used to do supper club, we used to run a supper club with my cousin and her partner, and it used to get so fucking hot in that restaurant, and I was running around with my best like be nice face on, and it was so hot in there, and I used to drink loads and loads of water. And that actually does work, don't it?
It does.
It does cool you down. It does cool you down.
Because there's the old myth of you have a cup of tea to cool you down. I don't know if that works.
It's supposed to regulate your temperature, isn't it?
Mm.
I love lighting tea light candles and a cold bubbly water in a nice glass to feel cosy. That's lovely.
Nice.
Hello from France. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Sit topless and spray yourself with a water bottle, says Mercedes. What a vision. What a vision. Right, next one. Favourite thing about lockdown. So we sort of touched on this earlier, haven't we? The calmness of it for me, sort of the no obligation side of things for me. I'll tell you another thing that I've really enjoyed as well, and that's seeing so much more of David than I normally would. Normally, David works in London, so he commutes to London, so you're out of the house normally about 14 hours a day, aren't you?
Yeah.
So ordinarily, when I wake up, David's already left for work, and when I get home, David isn't home for another 2 hours. So I've very much enjoyed coming home and David's home. And waking up and you're there, like that's probably my favourite thing, is that I've seen much more of David.
Seeing me with no glasses on, being all little-eyed.
What's your favourite thing?
Yeah, I think very much it's spending a lot more time with you, which has been nice. And I think we'll probably talk about this a little bit more in a minute, but I've got back into doing YouTube, which has been great. I've watched a hell of a lot of movies, which has been great. I've watched a lot of films I've never seen before, and I've revisited. I mean, as you all know, I've watched all of my Disneys and my Pixars, which was brilliant. I love doing all of those, and yeah, like that's probably about it, really.
Good.
Yeah,
that's enough, isn't it?
Exactly. Like I've seen occasionally like a few really posts that I didn't like, where the fact that people are saying like, if you don't achieve anything on a day, then you've failed like the day. It's like, well, that's not.
No.
You know, if you want a nothing day, if you want a day of just doing nothing, just do it.
Yeah.
You know, now it's a horrible that it's come to this, but take advantage of it and just, you know, take your days to relax.
You got to do what you want to survive.
Yeah. You know, this is a once in a lifetime thing that's going to happen. Hopefully, I don't want it to ever happen again. You know, as we said earlier, you've got to make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah. David's channel is called
Beardy David.
Beardy David. So if you search that should come up. Look at you sat there all cute with your little leg out. Okay, next question. Do you ever get too cosy and feel like you'll fall asleep by the end of the night? Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, we have done that.
Yeah.
We have fallen asleep by the end of the night. Last time, Cosy Reading Night was bumper Cosy Reading Night, so it was 6 to 11. I was almost asleep by then. Yeah. Well, I was listening to an audiobook for the last sort of half hour and like, but yeah, I definitely have, not so much in the summertime, but in the winter when it's dark, when you start.
Well, I fell asleep in the bath earlier.
Oh yes, that has happened. So yes, that has happened. Right. Okay. So last question. So this is just a question that. So that's all the questions that I got from Instagram stories. I'm sure there was lots more, but those were ones that I picked that were sort of Cosy Reading Night themed and not coronavirus themed, but like, what is the fucking word for that?
Quarantine.
Do you know what?
Lockdown.
There's two words. There's two words that I always forget in my mind. One is chaperone. So like I do have to use that at work sometimes because I have to ask if anyone wants a chaperone if they're seeing something. So I always forget the word chaperone. Do you want someone come with you when you're doing it? Do you need someone in there with you? Do you need like? I always forget the word for chaperone, and I always forget the word for quarantine. And quarantine is not a word that I've ever really had to use until recently, and now I keep forgetting it. So yeah.
Furlough as well. Do you know what word I can't spell?
What?
Restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, I can't spell it.
Restaurant.
I can't do it. Every time I go to write it, I need spell check.
You're cute, aren't you?
I just can't do it. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Right, people want to know what movie challenges you're doing. Give the people what they want.
Oh, yeah, all of this book rubbish.
So if people don't know so if people are just here for book things, this is my boyfriend David. I'm sure you all know him. He's got another YouTube channel called Beardy David.
Beardy David, not Bird David.
Beardy David. And since lockdown's happened, he's got back into his YouTube. And one of the challenges, you've done 2 challenges so far. Well, 3 challenges actually.
I have.
The first one was to watch all the Disney classics, 58 movies in the space of a week, and he did it. That was like about 7 or 8 films a day.
8 or 9.
8 or 9 films a day. Watched all of them, from like the first ones where they're all fucking mental and racist and weird. Sexist.
Donald Duck chasing after women.
And then beating them up.
No, that was bears.
Oh, that was bears.
Yeah, bears hitting each other to tell them that they love them.
That was one thing that you did. Then you did the Pixar films, didn't you? Which you did that in 5 days.
Yeah, that was 22 films.
I've lost my pen, but never mind. I don't think we need it anymore. That was 22 films in 5 days, and he vlogs these as well, so they're all on the channel. And then most recently, we've done book versus film, which was quite fun. So over the space of 5 days, we picked 5 books which had been adapted into movies, and I would, while David was watching the film, I would read the book, and it wasn't really, there was a sort of element of competition, but not really, but it was whoever finished first, but it didn't really matter, and then we'd sort of have a chat about it, and sometimes I'd seen the film, and sometimes I hadn't, and things like that. So those are someone's saying book versus film was perfect. That's so sweet.
Yeah, I feel like we should definitely do that again.
Yes,
in the year.
We've already got plans for book versus film in terms of Christmas. We're going to do a Christmas Carol. You're going to watch Muppets Christmas Carol.
If I have to.
Oh, are you going to watch another Christmas Carol?
No, definitely watch that.
So I'm going to read, but I love Muppets Christmas Carol. So I'm going to do that. And then, I mean, it seems lovely. I'm so pleased that people enjoyed it so much. So we will do that again at some point. We need to collate some books and some films, because it needs to be achievable, basically. So yeah, we'll do that again. But what other challenges you got planned?
So next week, I'm planning on doing... so I'm going to pick 2 films a day that I haven't seen. I think I'm going to choose a platform each. So one day it'll be Disney Plus, one day it'll be Netflix, then Amazon, then Sky, and then BBC iPlayer. I'll find 2 films in each one, and then I'm going to put it on my Instagram the day before and let all of you lovely people vote for what film I should watch. And then there'll be an end of the week vlog about that.
Cool. And how can they follow you on Instagram? So
you can follow me on Instagram by also following me at Beardy David. And also, no, I won't put the poll up on Twitter because that will get all confusing. No. I don't do maths.
No, you've got to do it, yeah.
But also next week, what I'm going to be doing, I've started creating some movie quizzes. Now, I'm not going to do it live because that all just gets a bit crazy and silly, but I'm just going to upload it. And it's just a little simple thing for you guys to play along with. And there's 5 rounds of 5 questions each. There's a very fun face swap round. Spoiler alert.
He's been doing his face swaps, sat on the sofa and like giggling along.
Yeah.
Being like,
So I've done 4 quizzes. I've done an 80s quiz, a 90s quiz, a noughties quiz, and a, what did we say from 2010 is? Teenies.
I think it's called the Teenies, isn't it?
Yeah, is it the Teenies?
Or the Tweenies.
So they're going to start rolling out next week as well. And then in the future... I mean, do I want to... I mean, there are going to be more movie challenges because at the minute, I think at the moment, I'm furloughed until, I think, end of July. But there's a good chance that might be extended even further because my office is being very sensible, which is great. So there might be a lot more movie challenges to come. But I think when we go back to normal... I want to do some more movie challenges and more like vlogs at the weekends anyway. So
we've had a little chat. One of the ones that we've been thinking about, I've got to do some sorting out for it. But David's birthday, we've mentioned this twice now. On the run up to David's birthday, we think maybe David might watch a film a day from each year. So what year were you born? 1985.
Yes.
So 30. How old are you this year?
I'm 35
days before his 35th birthday, he'll start watching a film from 1985. Then the next day, 86. And I want to pick the films so that you're watching a big range of things, and maybe you could vlog that.
Yeah.
And then that's 35 new films. Because David's also been taking part in a challenge where he's trying to watch 100 new films this year.
Yes,
how many new films have you watched this year?
This year I'm up to 74 films. I watched my 74th new film
How
today.
many films have you watched altogether?
Oh, I think it's about 148.
148 films he's watched, not even halfway through the year. But yeah, 74 new films is amazing.
Mm.
And I've watched a few new films
You
as
have,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been good. So there's some movie ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun for you, hasn't it, to get some movie ideas down.
Yeah.
Somebody asked if I'm going to be planning on doing another book quiz. Yeah, I will do another book quiz. It took me a lot of time to get that book quiz together, didn't it? It took me a good few weeks to get the book quiz together. So I'm going to do another one, but I don't know when that will be. But I really, really love doing it, and it was really fun.
Asked, what's my letterbox? I'm just going to find out.
If you haven't done my book quiz already, I think it was from this month even. If you just have a look on like my past videos, you'll be able to find it on there. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. I mean, if people here did do the book quiz, then would you like a book quiz with the same sort of rounds? So I did a few rounds where I did like book front covers with like blacked out names on them. Would you like that? Me and David acted out some Harry Potter scenes.
Brilliantly, I might
add. What else we do? Book to movie adaptations, things like that. Or would you want something completely new? What do you reckon? Right, people are gagging for your letterboxed. Let's have it.
Surprisingly, it's Beardy David.
It's Beardy David, guys. It's not cryptic. It's Beardy David.
Yeah.
Cool.
Have I lied about how many films I've watched? I feel like I might have done in total. No, I think about right. 145 I've watched in total.
Cool. 145 films. That's really good.
I know. I think didn't we work out the other day? It's like 3 days, like 3 days and 20 hours of films I've watched like straight.
When we got Disney Plus, David was umming and ahhing about whether or not to get it, and I said, "Well, you've got to make it worth it if you get it. How much is it a month?
£6.
£6 or £7 a month."
Yeah.
And the month where David watched all the Disney films and all the Pixar films, did you get it down to something like 3.2p a film?
I think it was 7.2p a movie at one point. Yeah. But I watched a few more on there, so I'm doing all right. And I've started watching, and I've watched like the Jeff Goldblum series. Yeah. And I started watching the Guide Dog series.
And Matilda was on there.
And Alice in Wonderland, and Journey to the Centre of the Earth.
So yeah, you have got a good use out of it. Cool.
Oh, thanks, Vanessa. I should follow you back.
Lovely stuff.
And anybody else, I will follow them back.
Very cool. We watched The Farewell yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
With Awkwafina, which we quite enjoyed.
She is awesome though. I really like Awkwafina.
Yeah. Very good. Cool. So that was all the questions, and that's worked out very, very well because it's a mere 3 minutes to 9 now. So we've still got an hour left of Cosy Reading Night. Do people want us to carry on? Because my phone hasn't shown that it's running out of charge. Do you want us to just have a little read on the sofa together? Get ourselves a cup of tea. We haven't got any snacks, have we?
No, we
not a snack in the house.
No.
But yeah, we'll get a cup of tea. I'm going to finish off the Salt Path and then move on to the next one. Yes. So right, okay. Well then we'll leave this running. I'm going to go and make a cup of tea. And then we can all have a nice little read together.
Lauren and David ASMR.
Yeah, I mean...
Of me breathing heavily.
David does breathe quite heavily.
Yeah, I apologise if I breathe heavily.
And make sure your winky doesn't fall out from your shorts.
I can't guarantee that.
Right, okay. I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea. Do still chat amongst yourselves in the comments if you so wish.
I do need to watch The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and I will do that.
Cool, right. What do you want a cup of tea, David?
I would love a cup of tea.
Do I want a cup of tea? Let's have that, I'll put it in the bin.
Oh, hold on. I thought I drunk it all.
Right, I'll go and make tea. I'll see if I can rustle up some snacks. But yeah, let's spend the last hour together. Oh, before I do that, I've got to do a bit for the vlog because I've hardly bloody vlogged anything tonight. Oh.
Live vlogging.
Live vlogging, Inception. Oh no, it's still not. There we go. Hello. I've just been. We've just done our live show. There's everybody. There's us there, and here's us here. Very, very bright on the old screen there. And what we've decided we're going to do is we're actually going to stay online and do the last hour of Cosy Reader Night together, or as long as my camera works, until my phone runs out. And yeah, we're going to do that. So I'm just going to make myself a cup of tea, and then I've got a double page of this to finish. And I'm not going to finish this tonight, but I can just certainly make a big dent in it. So go and make tea, come back here. Behind the scenes. behind the
I'm
scenes.
just reading everybody's comments.
You keep reading everyone's comments, but remember you've got to read some of your book as well.
I'm gonna. So what do we all really think about Lauren? I have got my animal book. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm showing it to the laptop. I can't concentrate on this. I just like reading all you, all your comments. Minnie is probably gone to bed. I think somebody else where's Minnie. And then she normally wakes up at about 10 o'clock and runs around like mad for about 10 minutes, and then she goes back to sleep again. What's your favourite animal film? My favourite animal film is We Bought a Zoo. I love We Bought a Zoo. It's proper cheesy. What are you doing looking at?
You're being a little cheeky boy.
Yeah. I think you should change his channel to David and the Books now.
David and the animal books.
Yeah. Yeah, I love an animal film. And also one of my favourite other types of movie is a sports film. Although I'm not the hugest sports fan, I love the drama and the cheesiness of it all. I'm quite a cheesy guy when it comes to my movies and books.
He's a cheesy guy.
Yeah.
What's you up to, little girl?
Air Bud. I think I do remember watching that as a child.
Oh, isn't that on Disney Plus? They've got loads of different
and
things.
like dogs going to space.
I'm just starting a new book. The Art of White Roses. Bend It Like Beckham. God, I love Bend It Like Beckham. We saw the trailer for that the other day, and it is literally the most 90s thing you've ever seen. Like, it looked like one of my dreams from the 90s.
Mercedes, no, I haven't never seen Damn United, and I really don't know why I haven't, because I would very much enjoy that. I don't know if it's available on any of our
platforms.
What
do I want to watch? Oh, I tell you what I want to watch. Maybe someone will know. Something on Hulu. I don't have Hulu. I don't even know if you can get Hulu here. I think it's only for the US.
I think it's only US.
Something called The Great, which has got Elle Fanning in it and Nicholas Hoult. And I keep seeing the trailer for it. I really, really, really want to watch
Nicholas
it.
Hoult. At one point, I wanted him to be James Bond many years ago.
James Bond.
But no, but we don't care. Hamilton's going on Disney Plus in July. That's exciting. Is that like a like they're doing a live, like they're going to show a recording of the theatre show? I've never seen Hamilton. And
I heard that, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Let's hope I'm still furloughed then. I'll sit down and watch it. Oh, that's cool. So it's got old Lin-Manuel Miranda.
The only thing I can find is those.
Oh, I'll tell you what we have got.
What?
What you haven't eaten.
What?
Easter eggs.
Where are they?
Up in the cupboard. But you don't have to if you don't want to, because they're your Easter eggs.
Where? What cupboard? Oh, the cupboard.
The cupboard. Up in the little basket at the top.
can have this.
Thank you. No one's given me a cheap chocolate rabbit to eat because she doesn't like cheap chocolate, but I love cheap chocolate. You're all chatting very nicely between yourselves. Well done. I've got an old FOMO here. I start to read. I'm like, what are they talking about? So I have to put my book down. So far, I've read 2 lines.
Oh.
And I keep going to talk into the.
Pardon?
I keep going to talk to the laptop.
Oh, I knew you'd be like that.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I read in the middle grade, it's a bit unusual for me. I'm reading Disoriental. Love the Wild Robot. Popping in on my lunch break. Cool, right, okay. I'm about to finish this. And then I'll share with you my thoughts about this because I feel like I'm about to upset some people. Right. But let's have a bit of this first, just a tiny little bit because of that aforementioned diabetes I was going on about. I don't know if you know, but they don't recommend Easter eggs for diabetes. No, this is definitely mine. I've got all the Easter eggs left because I can actually pace myself. David has to eat things if they're here, which is why he's ended. But actually, it probably works out quite well with him because it means that he ends up getting stuff off of me. Oh, this has got Smarties in. Right, I'm going to eat the Smarties and maybe one half, but maybe not.
Trying to entice Minnie over. I won't feed her any chocolate, obviously. Oh, the superstar! The superstar is in.
Come on! Oh, look at her! She's such a beauty girl.
Come on, you're so close. You're so close to being in. Oh.
Kind of the choc.
Watch that watching now go up to 10,000.
The baby. The baby!
Oh, bye.
Bye.
That's it. That's as much as you get, I'm afraid.
Okay, right.
You're just sitting off shot like a producer, making sure we're all doing our jobs. Minnie's coping all right without not having a haircut. We're hoping to be able to get her booked in the next few weeks. She's doing all right. She's fine. Luckily, where it's not been excruciatingly hot, it's been fine. She's got plenty of water. She has her cool spots in the house, so she's fine. But thank you for asking. But we want to see her with her haircut because she looks so cute when she's been all shaved. Looks like a little kitten. And she doesn't
Read!
cough up any hairballs. Sorry, I'm not allowed to talk to you. I've been told I have to read. What are you shaking your head for? I don't see what the people are saying. Oh.
finished it.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Why?
Because you might cause a war.
Right. I finished The Salt Path by Reina. Number one thing about this.
Let's hope Mercedes is still about to defend you.
Mercedes, are you there?
She's gonna need you.
No. I love the premise of this. I love the idea of following someone's journey, doing a walk in nature. We love coastal paths. We live by the sea. We holiday to Pembrokeshire on the regular basis and love their coastal path. And the premise of this, following a couple on their walk on the southwest coast, doing this coast path on the English Channel, is fantastic. Now, I said when I mentioned this in my TBR, I didn't know how much I was enjoying the company of Reina, who narrates this book, and Moth, her husband. Now, what I will say is I think I prefer, out of the two, I think I prefer Moth. There's some situations around this book that are difficult to chat about, because having never experienced homelessness myself, I don't know what that's like. And having never experienced hunger, really, I don't know what that's like either. But I do know what it's like to be spoken to by a rude person. And I think Reina is a rude person. So yeah, I found her voice quite jarring, and I said that I didn't know how good of pals I would be with these people. So that hasn't stopped me from reading the book. I will say I've still read all the way through to the end. David, you said you were looking forward to this, and now you're just looking at your phone.
I know what it's like to be spoken to by a rude person.
So yeah, I think that's the main message is that I find her, every interaction she has with anyone, she seems quite scathing. Now, obviously, like, she's not at her best. She's homeless. I don't know the full details behind this homelessness, but she's homeless. They're hungry. Imagine you, David, doing this, walking along a path, having to sleep in a tent every night, not really eating very much. Some days just eating half a wine gum. You wouldn't be at your best, would you? Not showering, it's really hot. You wouldn't like it, would you?
No.
So she's not at her best, but I do find her quite scathing some points. But I didn't hate this. I'm giving it 2 stars, I think. Mercedes is saying the underlying issue for me is the use of the term homeless. Yeah, I don't want to speak on Mercedes' behalf. We've been chatting about this earlier, but she says she hates all the homeless people. That's not what she said. There's details with this in that at the beginning, it doesn't go into much detail, but here we go. Right, so there's details of this is that it sounds as though Moth has made a bad investment somewhere and they owed money for something, and that money escalated until they that they had to sell their house. Is the details we're given. There was a case at court and they mucked up some paperwork, etc. It all sounds a bit like the world's against them on that bit. Mercedes is saying they're offered to be put on a list for a council house and they turn it down. They could rent and get government support and they don't want to. So they're forever referring to themselves as homeless throughout this. And I think Mercedes, forgive me if I'm wrong, Mercedes, had a problem with them constantly referring to themselves as homeless when they actually had options
to not be homeless.
And also their views on homeless people aren't particularly good, considering they're counting themselves as homeless people. To compare themselves to people who are genuinely homeless and don't have those options is just a while, in my opinion. Someone said I'm deleting it from my TBR. Which is weird because this book is very, very beloved by people. I'm sure there's people here who have read it and have loved it. I can't say I've disliked it because I've enjoyed the writing. I enjoy books where people were on a journey or people were doing something that I could achieve myself. So
like the fabulous Finn, who's on a journey.
So yeah, someone said I'm so with you on Salt Path. I DNF'd it in the end despite wanting to love it and loving the themes and the premise of the book. Thanks for the heads up, guys. So yeah, there's problems here because I feel like this has been very booktube beloved, and I never knew that. And it just so happened, like Mercedes and I didn't buddy read this together. Mercedes buddy read it with 2 other booktubers at the beginning of the month, and I believe you all had similar thoughts on it. Yeah, I think you're getting the PG-13 version of mine and Mercedes' true thoughts on this. But
oh, blimey, Mercedes.
So yeah, but it's hard because I enjoyed the walking part of it, and I enjoyed hearing about the different places, and I constantly enjoyed flicking back to this map and having a lovely look at it and thinking, oh, I'd really like to do that journey myself. But I didn't enjoy her the way she spoke to people, and her sort of like, even for someone who was considering herself homeless, she came across as very entitled. Here we go. Also, she talks negatively about weight a lot. Yes, she does, and age, and also and she just talks badly about people constantly. Yeah, she does. She says about one thing she does when she describes people. She constantly describes people as, oh, they had a really loud voice. I was on a bus and there was an American woman with a really loud voice. Oh, we're walking along a path and we had these really loud voices. And I think if there's someone who's got a loud voice, like, I know she doesn't mean that kindly because people have described me as having a loud voice and it not being done kindly. Lauren and Mercedes need to do a video together. Definitely not reading this book. I don't think I'll put it on my DVR. It was just okay for me. I didn't hate it, but I think they made questionable choices. And for people who are supposedly starving and poor, they eat a lot of wine, gums and fudge.
I think if you two done a video about this, you'd both be taken off because of the language. Wouldn't be allowed to again.
They get some sort of benefits, which I think might be, I don't know what benefits they get, but they get money put in their account every week. I think it's something like £48, but it ends up being £30. And what they spend their money on in terms of food, they don't sort of buy stuff that will last a long time. They buy fudge and
fudge is good though.
Fudge and wine gums and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of. I'm looking forward to watching Mercedes wrap up of this. When will that be out, Mercedes? Please. Sounds like my worst book ever. I couldn't agree more about the salt path. Ray felt so judgmental and irresponsible to me, and then I wondered if I was being too judgmental of her. Yeah, that's my is that I'm not homeless. I haven't had to ever suffer hunger, and I've never been in financial difficulties. So, Mercedes' review of this is going up tomorrow. So
I might watch it.
We can all go and enjoy that. Have you filmed it already, Mess, or have you got to do it? I just couldn't believe that everyone they met told them they were too old and out of shape to be walking. I think she was putting her own insecurities in the mouths of other people. She said, I'm going to town on that bad boy. You can look forward to that. So yeah. I think I'm going to give it 2 stars. I know the fudge buying, and they forgot his medicine. Oh, his medicine, yeah. Yeah, they did forget his medicine. So he's on sorry, what I didn't even mention is that Moth, the guy her husband, has been diagnosed with a terminal illness. So they're doing this massive walk with someone who is terminally ill with a disease that I hadn't heard of before called CBD, which basically eventually means that his whole body will shut down, so he ends up choking to death. Awful. And he's on pregabalin to help his shoulder pain, and they fucking forget it. They just forget it, and they're like, oh well.
How old are they?
In their 50s, so they're not even that old.
No, they're not that old.
And they forget it. Can't wait for Messy's videos. Completely agree, Emily. Right, okay. So yeah, I feel like Moth forgot his medicine on purpose, and I didn't like the implication that you don't really need the medicine. Yeah, terminally ill when they forget his medicine. Well done, guys. So yeah. So that's that. I think that Mercedes, was it as bad as A Little Life? Don't get us started on A Little Life.
I wonder if you'll help this sell as well as you did with the green roasting tin.
No. Well, this is beloved, David. People love this.
Really?
People love this so much. So, like, every picture... And I can't say I hated it. Like, I didn't hate it. There's been books I've disliked more.
If you want to see somebody hating it, tune into Mercedes' channel tomorrow.
Mercedes said this is worse than A Little Life. I know it's not very productive or positive, but I really enjoy people's bookish rants. I feel like I've been quite I always worry about wrapping up, particularly non-fiction stuff about people who are fucking homeless. Like,
for a good non-fiction book, you should read The Fabulous Finn.
There we go. I was going to add it to my list when it's first released. I won't bother. It makes me sad how much some love it as it's so offensive. There we go. we're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that review going up tomorrow. Everyone will tune in. But yeah, I finished it now. So that's that done. They've got a second book out as well, which somebody gives them a house. In the second book, someone gives them a house and asks them just to live there rent free, like a really fucking nice cottage.
There's a second book?
Yeah, she's written a second book. It's only, I don't even know if it's out yet, actually. They certainly won't be contacting me for a proof copy or Mercedes. No. Yeah, I don't think it's out yet.
Somebody just gives them...
Someone reads this book and says, would you like I think that's what happens. I've only heard that from Mercedes, so she might be filling my head with lies. But yeah, someone reads this book. She lives in Cornwall with her husband Moth and their dog Monty. We call Minnie Monty sometimes. And I do like the name Moth. Mercedes says, I've decided I'm going to lose my house, doss around and complain, and then hopefully someone will give me a house.
You can come live with us.
Works for this, works. Life plan. I love this Cosy Reader night, but all I've done is type to you guys all night. I love it. Oh, good. I am pleased. So yeah, finish that. Go off, Mercedes. Well, there we go. That's done now. And that I think is very... Moth is alive in book 2. Moth's still alive now, I think.
So it didn't matter then, did it?
Well, obviously he's got terminal illness. It's not very fun. And also they talk about how they think that the like extreme physio in terms of like walking, although Mercedes will say they didn't walk that much every day. The extreme physio of like walking, they told him to rest, be careful on stairs, etc. And he didn't. He walked 630
Mercedes, did you love hating this book? Because I feel like if you hated it that much, you would have stopped reading it. But did you really
do you know what?
get a kick out of how much you disliked it?
That sounds. I'm actually surprised at how many people are saying that they didn't enjoy it, because I thought that this was loved by everyone. Yes, Mercedes says she did love hating the book. I thought it was loved by everyone, so I'm surprised by how many people. Because every time I've mentioned this, if it's been in a wrap up, in a TBR, excuse me, in a picture on my Instagram stories, people are like, "I love that book. It's amazing." Is book bitching going to be the theme of next Cosy Reading Night? No. What book was I thinking about the other day? Oh, My Brilliant Friend, which is a book that I hate. And I hated it so much. And I'm always so nervous to bring it up, because whenever I do a video about it, people get so cross with me in the comments. People who've never commented before, or I've never seen, are like, maybe you didn't understand it. And I'm like, I did understand it. I didn't like it. You can't like everything all the time. Yeah. So yeah, that was one book that I didn't like. I didn't like it at all. Cool. Okay, so which book?
It's over here.
Did you eat that whole bunny?
Yeah, it was delicious.
Naughty boy.
It was a tiny bunny though.
I
didn't have Smarties inside mine.
Well, I've only eaten my Smarties and I'm putting these back together now.
So we can share that another day.
No.
All right.
See, I really like My Brilliant Friend, but I completely understand why somebody wouldn't. I feel like often people are often nervous to share negative feelings about books, especially memoirs, so a lot of people just keep quiet. Yeah, I think what was right. Yeah, so with this particular book was that it's a non-fiction, it's real life that she was sharing. What are you laughing at? Me trying to wrap this up?
Yeah, I feel like
the golden
put
egg.
a padlock around it.
Yeah, this is being hidden. I have to hide things.
You haven't got to hide it.
When I did David's
if
cinema,
I hadn't mentioned those to you, would you have forgotten completely about
yeah,
them?
definitely.
Damn.
I did David a special cinema, and I had to hide all the chocolate because he just kept eating it all.
Well, I mean, that's one of the downers about this, isn't it?
My Brilliant Friend was so boring. Thanks, guys. I feel better for getting some of my rage out. There we go, Mercedes. That's better, isn't it? Cool. So, yeah. That's that finished. Oh, my voice went funny then. Oh, it's still going funny. I think it was a bit of chocolate. So now I'm going to read a bit of This Green and Pleasant Land by Aisha Malik, which I've been enjoying. And I'm this much through. I've got about 100 pages, maybe more. Oh yeah, more. 150 pages. So hoping to get this done, not tonight, but this weekend, because Monday I'm starting Pride and Prejudice, where I'm going to be reading Pride and Prejudice related books, and Pride and Prejudice itself.
Oh, you want to watch a couple of films as well, don't you?
Yeah, we're going to watch Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, we're going to watch Bride and Prejudice.
I don't know if I'll watch all of them.
I also want to watch Pride and Prejudice. Well, I want to watch both adaptations that have been made in my lifetime. So the Keira Knightley Pride and Prejudice.
I definitely won't be watching any of these. I might watch the zombies one, but that's probably it.
Yeah, you'll probably like the zombies one. And I want to watch the Colin Firth one. You should watch that. You should watch that because it's such a moment of television, and
probably not.
Yeah, I think you'd find it ever so boring.
Yep.
I'm so contrary that I find when people don't like a book, I love it. It makes me like it more. And if people love a book, I hate it. It makes me hate it more. Shame. I've not read that one, so I can't slate it. Don't let that stop you slating. Maybe you need to add it to your TBR for next month just to have another one to rant about. I'm not going to read. I'm just going to awkwardly stare at you guys while you read.
Well, I'm struggling to read as well.
Yeah.
I like interacting.
Well, it's cute, but it's not cozy interaction night, is it?
Well, it kind of is.
I read the first page and didn't like the description of his watch. What one are you talking about?
What? I don't know.
Cool, right. You talking about this book, Mercedes? There's no watch here.
Or shirt. Either way, I don't like it or didn't like it.
Oh, really? She's talking about this one. Suit, maybe. Mercedes, was that girl you? Mercedes said, I always remember there was a girl who couldn't read in her head and people laughed at her and she cried.
Oh.
That's sad. Way to bring the mood down. Did you used to do silent reading at school? David never remembers anything about school when you were a child, do you?
I remember falling asleep in an exam.
Well, how old were you then?
Year 8, year 9?
Yeah, that's still old. Like, I'm talking about like when you're about 6 or 7. He doesn't really remember anything about his childhood. It's
I can remember being flung off a seesaw.
How old were you then? About 16, 17?
No, I don't know. I was definitely young. Definitely like below 10, I think. And I remember having a Thompson Tank Engine birthday cake.
Yeah. Is that a picture you've seen though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you don't remember that. You've just seen a picture of a Thomas the Tank Engine.
I have, but it was a nice picture.
If it makes you feel better, she was smarter than anyone by the end of school. Very good. Hermione. Oh.
Shame they can't hear the birds.
Yeah, the birds sound really nice around here. Sounds very nice, birds. Shame they can't see little Minty either because she looks so cute. Oh my god, if I just happened upon people reading together live, if I weren't still working right now in Texas, I would so be joining you with this. Yeah, that is what we've ended up doing. It's quite fun though.
We've literally run out of things to talk about.
We've discussed everything. We've just started reading. I love it. There's 200 people just sitting here and reading silently. Oh, people can hear the birds, David.
Oh, lovely. I could open up the window.
Yeah, I think open the window anyway, but don't disturb the baby.
I definitely will. Apologies, people. Sitting on my thigh. I think they've stopped now. Unbelievable.
No, I can still hear them. Oh, that's so sweet. So I said I live on my own, and after all these weeks seeing nobody, it's so lovely and having company while I read. Reading Resistance, a songwriter's story of hope and change, encouraged by Tori Amos. So happy to join in, as usually I'm working here in the US. Are we still going to have a dance off to the live stream, or is that too uncozy? Do you know what? I was thinking this earlier, but I do feel quite chill, so maybe a dance off isn't the way. Or do you want to do a dance off?
No, maybe not tonight.
Maybe not tonight.
I'll do a little jiggle for you now.
Do it again. Cute. I'm reading Oracle Night by Paul Auster while I wait for dinner to be ready. Reading Six City by Tony O'Neill. This is lovely, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it. Now that I'm in it.
Jiggle made me giggle. Giggling, jiggling. Yeah. Maybe we should do a whole one of these.
What if I want to burp?
You'll have to hold it in.
Holding a burp for 3 hours?
Yeah. You'll explode.
I will explode. I'll implode.
Diana's reading the bass rock or the bass rock. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced. I've heard both ways, and I was hoping to get that finished. I was hoping to read that by Monday, so I can start on my Pride and Prejudice books. And I don't think I'm going to manage it this weekend because I don't want to read it and then stop and then start reading my Pride and Prejudice books. I want to give it its allotted time, so might have to wait till July, that one. Once I've finished the Jane Austen book club today, I'm going to rewatch the film. I'm reading Heart's Invisible Furies. Lovely book. I finished part 3 of The Way of Kings, so finishing the night with a short story from Kate Atkinson's Not the End of the World collection. Read, Lauren! Thank you.
Yeah, read.
Well, I'm also just keeping an eye on my Cosy Reading Nighters. I will read. Oh.
Are we on the verge?
I think it paused for a bit. Yeah. We're down to 20% battery, so I think it will last. But that's why it had paused for a bit, because I hadn't noticed that it had paused. But yeah, we're down to 20% battery now. I'm going to order Hamnet, and I'm gonna order Hamnet from an independent bookshop. If anyone, I will put a tweet out about this. But I'm going to ask if anyone knows of any independent bookshops which are struggling, or if they follow anyone that needs books ordering from them, because I'd like to order the Hamnet, and I'd like to order the new Hunger Games book, and I'd like to order maybe Outrun by Amy Liptrot as well, which is another one I was thinking of. So yeah, I'll ask people about it. But if people know of any bookshops that need books buying from them, let me know. I'm reading James and the Giant Peach while putting together a quiz for work. I work in a library, and while we're shut, we're staying connected to customers online through quizzes.
Oh, that's
so
lovely.
Sweet. When I've handed my dissertation, I want to order all the women's prize shortlist. Lovely thought. Lovely thing to do. Oh, cool. Oh, I'm pleased someone else has read Outrun, because I wanted a book about a journey, a bit like The Salt Path, but maybe by someone I liked. So yeah, maybe I will give Outrun a go. And she did a book club with you where you work in Lush. I'm probably going to read Foul is Fair next after I finish The Pearl Thief. David would love my penguin year. What's my penguin year?
That sounds amazing. Is it anything like the penguin lessons, which I loved?
What animal fiction, non-fiction have you read? That, Kika and Me, Penguin Lessons, Street Cat Named Bob. We Bought a Zoo, does that count?
Yeah, We Bought a Zoo, I'd say that. The Rhino... No, The Elephant Whisperer.
Have you not read the Rhino one?
No, I had to own
Haven't you got the Rhino one there?
I think, no, that's the Elephant one. I think the Rhino one's on
Oh, I think shelf. You got it... No, I think you got it out from the library and then you had to take it back. Naughty boy. Yeah. God, I'm absolutely enjoying this feeling of all reading together so calm and cosy. Lauren, have you heard of Barnard's Bookshop? It's an Uxbridge-based bookshop with no online store, run by an older gentleman, excuse me, itchy eye, who I'm sure would be happy to hear from you. Think he takes phone orders. Thank you. I will look at that. I can hear cars outside your window every now and again. It's like ASMR. It's on the guys who worked on Dynasties. I'm reading the Penguin Lessons now on your recommendation and loving it.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
Cute. What's happening in Finn?
So he's now talking about him getting Finn when he was a pup. And apparently his foster parents, because like guide dogs and like police dogs and all that, they will have to have foster parents for a few, like about 18 months, just to be taught like all the basics of sitting down and getting used to human interaction. Apparently he was one of the naughtiest puppies that these people have ever had.
I know a naughty puppy.
Yeah.
You should read My Family and Other Animals. You'd love it, David. He owns My Family and Other Animals.
My Families and Other Animals.
And he hasn't read it yet. You think David would like The Soul of an Octopus? I liked it a lot. It really gave me a new appreciation for octopuses. And yes, I learned from the book that is
Octopi?
The no, octopuses.
Oh.
Yes, My Family and Other Animals is great. Yes, I like My Family and Other Animals too.
Oh, cool.
You've got that. And I think you might even have the second one as well. No, I think it was a series, wasn't it? So you've got My Family and Other Animals, and then you've got one, Bats in the Belfry or something. Belfry.
I've got loads.
Yeah, you actually have. Got loads.
But I'd always like more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, I have lots of books that I've never read. Unlike anybody else.
I think it's a trilogy. We've got 14 minutes left, guys. Yes, My Family and Other Animals would be a great book for David, and maybe both of you to listen to it together. It's a lot of humour in it and wonderful nature and animal stories.
I'd be up for an audio
Birds,
book
Beasts and Relatives is the second one, I think. I don't think that's... Do you know what? I think I'm
Ooh,
sure it's got the word Belfry
I
in it.
rolled yawn then.
I'm just going to have a look. Oh, God, get up.
Up she goes.
It's called Beasts in My Belfry.
Don't ruin my pile. It's very organised.
Yeah.
So that's...
I quite like this little penguin. There's a special word for these. These little penguin guys. This is My Family and Other Animals, although that writing's quite small for you, isn't it?
All that is. I'll have to be
And
very
then this
close.
is Beasts in My... That's a brilliant front cover.
It's cool, isn't it?
Beast in My Belfry. This is a charming account of Gerald Durrell's first job in 1945 as a student keeper at Whipsnade Zoo.
Whipsnade?
Over a year, we encounter a typically absurd cast, including Albert the Lion, who's a dab hander at ventriloquism, and Teddy the Brown Bear, with whom the young Durrell sing duets. With notebook and pen in hand, the eager young Durrell observes his co-workers and animal charges alike. Whether they're getting dirty, mucking out the buffalo enclosure, or attempting to cajole a litter-bugging gnu into a transportation crate, life at the zoo is certainly never boring.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's that.
And that's that. That's that never to be read, probably. Am I right, David? You don't like historical stuff, do you?
No, I don't.
Lauren, is this something you do frequently? Hi, Angela Jones. Angela Jones, are you brand new around here, and how did you stumble across us? So I run, I've got a BookTube channel, hi, where I talk about books, and I run seasonal Cosy reading nights where we read, and I'm active on Instagram and Twitter throughout. Taking photos of snacks and things like that. And tonight we just did a little special thing where David and I my boyfriend David, did a chat in the middle of Cosy Reading Night. So we did like an hour's chat, and that's just extended into us sort of reading along with you guys. So yeah, but I very much enjoyed it, and I do think I will do this again. So maybe we'll add this on to the end of. We'll add this up. So maybe there'll be an extra Cosy Reading Night where we just do this for 3 hours. I really enjoyed the show based off his family, the Durrells in Corfu. Beast in the Belfry is another of his, but from later when he's an adult. I read from that one, it was super small font, I struggled. Yes, the show is amazing. I'm reading the trilogy right now, it's perfect for the summer. The third is called The Garden of the Gods. I think you'd enjoy The Dead Queen's Club by Hannah Cappin. It's a reimagining of Henry VIII and his 6 wives, but they're in modern day high school. I adored it. God, I would enjoy that. Did you guys watch the series The Durrells? No, I didn't. It's a great show. I do remember seeing like, it was Sunday night, wasn't it? I think it used to be on like before Strictly or something like that. I remember seeing it.
Don't know.
Angela, if you're still there, do please tell me how you've managed to stumble across us. Oh, here we go. I just subscribed and I'm new here. Hi. Yeah, so I do Cosy Reading Nights regularly, just throughout quarantine. I've been doing them every other night, and I've been making them slightly different every time. So I've been doing like last time we did normally we do 3 hours, and last time we did 5 hours. We've done a morning and do an afternoon. So yeah, that's how we've ended up doing it.
And Angela, I make YouTube videos as well, so go follow Beardy David.
Get in there,
Bit
David.
of self-promotion,
Get
why
in
not?
there with your self-promo. Right, we've got 10 minutes. Let's have another read for 10 minutes.
Shh. God. Sorry, guys.
It's not very cozy, is it? Oh. So Angela is saying that she works for a company that helps people self-publish their non-fiction books. We help them write, edit and market. So I watched one of our videos and yours popped up to the side. I'm always so interested about people who find BookTube through like how people find BookTube basically. So yeah, it's not just me, Angela. There's a whole host of people who chat about books. It's a lovely community. I've been making videos for BookTube on BookTube for 5 or 6 years. I think it might be tomorrow, the 30th. Yeah, the 30th. Tomorrow is my
It'll be 7
six-year anniversary.
Wow.
I think 2014 I started.
Happy anniversary.
So yeah, that's how long I've been going on.
So you're going to be...
I've been watching your channel for a while, Lauren, but never commented. I hope you'll both be able to do another live stream in future because I've really enjoyed this one. Oh good, I'm so pleased. Jem's just asked, she says she follows me on Goodreads and I noticed I don't have a massively huge TBR pile. Are you very selective about what you add? Mine is huge and I think I need to be more selective. I don't think the only reason I don't really use the TBR function, I guess, on Goodreads very well. I know some people put like their actual books that they own on their TBR. Maybe that might be something I'll do next year, to keep a sort of eye on it. But I sort of use it as a reminder. So if I see a book, if I see someone else is reading the book, I just put it on there. But yeah, I don't go actively looking for books to put on my TBR on there. It just sort of tends to end up, and I do sort of go through it every so often and think, oh, do I still want to read that? And do I want to do that? So yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't think it's not my most kept up to date thing. I do keep it up to date for what books I've read. But yeah, I don't tend to use the TBR function very well on there. I love that this is on BookTube because I don't use the other social forums that much. Oh, I'm so pleased.
Well, at least I've done a chapter.
Oh, well done. Oh, lovely. Oh, God, sorry, that was embroiled in a yawn. There's someone there saying that they do the Cozy Reading Nights from Kansas City in Missouri. Hurrah. We are getting to the end now, guys, so thank you so much for joining in. I don't know how much reading people got in that last sort of hour. So there was a little bit of chatting as well, wasn't there? But
sometimes
it's nice.
It's good to chat.
It is nice. So that was nice. I'm on page 318 of this 446 page long book, so I've got about 130 pages left. Time went so fast. I only use my Goodreads TBR for unread books that I own. Cozy Reading Nights taking over the world. Yes, that's very nice. What I will say I think I'm going to do, I'll do some damage control here. I don't think I'm going to put up the vlog from tonight because this video can be the vlog for tonight because there isn't a vlog for tonight really, is there?
No.
There's me stressing myself out over dinner.
Yeah.
And you...
There's loads of me in this, which will please the crowds.
It will please the crowds. I keep yawning now. Oh dear. That was a lovely evening, thank you. Had a lovely time, guys. I'm not sure on the page count, but I read the prologue of Remains of the Day and a few short pieces. That's something at least, absolutely. That was great. I love y'all. You're so sweet and kind. Thank you. That was a lovely evening. Thanks, Lauren and David. This was lovely and fun. Reading in Kirkin Island. Oh, drinking Barry's tea. We're having a terrible time trying to get hold of our Barry's tea, Geraldine. I've been checking that fucking website daily. Nothing. I mean, fair enough.
Barry, I miss you.
Yeah, I've moved on to me Barry's, me lemon and ginger Barry's because we've got no other Barry's, but it's very nice. I wish every night was Cozy Reading Night. This has been simply marvellous. Thank you. This was lovely. Thanks so much for hosting. Thanks for the Cozy Reading chat. We'll let you off the vlog, says Mercedes. Thanks, Mercedes. I had a great time as always. Thanks from Vermont. This was amazing. The time flew by. I'm loving this read with us ASMR style to the live. I'm usually finding it much easier to read with you guys. I'm actually finding it much easier to read with you guys in the background than I have the whole of lockdown. Thank you, Lauren and David. This was lovely. Thank you so much.
I'm ready for bed.
Love you guys. Lovely. Good night, Lauren and David. Get Yorkshire tea. Yeah, we do. Yorkshire tea's a good dupe.
It's not too bad, but it's no berries.
It's no berries. No baz. This was great fun. Thank you guys. It was the best cozy reading night ever. This was lovely. Thanks, Lauren and David, for another cozy reading night. Thank you, Yorkshire tea, guys. Yorkshire tea. And thank you again for doing this. That was wonderful. Thank you. Oh, Geraldine, that's so kind. We don't have a PO box, so we'll keep on checking that website. But thank you very much. Thank you. What a way to start my morning. Lovely to see you. See you on Sunday for book club. Yeah, it's book club. It's Patreon book club on Sunday. I've noticed a few of you here from Patreon book club. We're going to be discussing the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society, which I actually wanted to watch before then. I don't think I'm going to get a chance. I could watch a film during the day, couldn't I? Do a David. This was fun to have a live cozy reading night. Thank you. I did get some reading done and a little knitting. Lovely. Bye. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to going through your videos. Oh, it was nice to meet you, and thanks for joining, Angela.
Thank you.
Enjoy. It's five years worth of videos. You better crack on. Don't go for the early ones. The early ones are shit. Thank you. Such a nice time, and honestly, your community is so lovely on here as well. You're so sweet, so lovely and cozy. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've started up Rooted by Naomi Novak. Lovely. Look at you two so snug. That was great. Felt really involved with the lovely community this time. Thanks, Lauren and David. Looking forward to book club. Mama G's Kitchen. This was lovely. Thank you so much. Finished the Overstory today. Oh, I keep hearing wonderful things about the Overstory. Sending you virtual hugs. We're having a cozy reading afternoon today. Thank you again. I'm off to watch The Trip now. I'll enjoy. Which one do you guys recommend? I really like the first series, but if it's sexiness of Steve Coogan you're wanting, you need to go for a later series. But what's your favourite
I
series?
feel like he was probably most sexiest in Italy.
I think any series is really good. The first series is... God, it makes me want to watch a bit now. The first series I like because it's set in the UK. It's set in the Lake District.
Yeah, the first series was good.
And the aspects are
It's the first series when they do the skit about the starting like the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favourite. That's my favourite.
6 for 7.
Yeah. We'll meet at 6 for 7.
Breakfast at 7:30.
We'll have a continental breakfast. That was very funny.
Yeah. I live in Guernsey. The book is better than the film. We need more reading and cozy reading nights in the world. Thank you for a cozy reading night. Also, I like reading with you. And good night and goodbye. Good night and goodbye, Lucy. Cannot wait for the book club. Had a lovely time. See you for book club. Oh, there's loads of book club of people. Lovely. I'm jealous of Angela getting to binge watch all your old videos. Oh, Angela, if it's Christmas, oh, we've frozen. We're back. If it's Christmas you're into, and if you like Christmas Vlogmas videos, I watch back the Vlogmas videos quite a lot. Do you enjoy watching the Vlogmas videos? Why aren't you talking?
Sorry.
Sexiness in Italy it is, I think.
Yeah.
This was fab. Read together again soon. Battery error, I think. Yeah, so we're down to 10%. So I think we'll say goodbye now.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. It's been lovely. It's been wonderful.
Been emotional.
Thank you so much for joining. And yeah, that's it. Night.
Bye.